First and foremost, good evening. Thank you all for coming. I am Poet Taylor from CBS Broadcasting. If you don't know about DAS, you should know that we celebrate bringing technology to communities all around the country. Computers are everywhere, technology is everything. So again, I thank you for coming. I ask that you listen with your heart and your ears and understand exactly what it is that we do, why we asked you here. It's more than just giving you laptops. It's about supporting a cause that will help generations to come.
I've been here about 6 weeks now and very excited about what we're going to do with Digital, where we are today, the opportunities that are in front of us, and where we're going to take it. So I'm going to try to go through this very quickly, and because I know you guys want to get to those laptops. So I'm going to go through this quickly, but I think it's very, very important because the position that you are in is definitely going to set the stage for where we go in the future. So what is Digital Systems? So here's our mission statement. Our mission is to make technology accessible to everyone and simple to use. That's it. That is what we're going to do. Sounds simple, sounds like it's something that's not very important, but I believe that if we do not do this, we are definitely going to have pockets of our environment and our culture and our communities that are going to be left behind, where the other side of our communities are going to be making billions of dollars and we will not be able to take part. That new environment is driven by information and communication technologies. That information and communication technology is the root of our economy. If you're not plugged into it, then you are no longer going to be successful anywhere in the world.
Okay, now we look at our strategy in education. We have a robotics program, and if you look at it, you have 4 students per robot. And when you look at these 4 students, you look at 2 programmers, 2 builders, and then you have a group full of project managers. Now, what we usually do is the robots are usually $300 per robots. They are newer robots. This right here, some of you have robotics programs, some of you do not have robotics programs, some of you had robotics programs. But if you do not have one, you know what you're going to spend average per robot. You know how many students can operate off of a robot and how advanced and where can you go with these kind of robots. NASA uses these robots for their national competition. So this sparks that engineering spirit in your students for the local engineering schools and things of that nature. So you think, oh, Legos, not the Legos we used to play with pirate ships in the grass with the blocks and everything. They are way advanced. They operate off of Bluetooth, light sensors, sound sensors, touch sensors, color sensors. My first robotics instructor, her name was Sharon Ball, and she was at Patterson High School at the time. Her previous job was missile trajectory for missile defense in West Africa for the Pentagon. And she said, these robots are so advanced. If somebody really knew what they was doing, they could really do something with it. A week ago, had you ever fixed or formatted a computer ever? No. He's from Baltimore Talent Development High School. He graduated from Baltimore Talent Development High School last year. He's currently a Coppin State student. But as of 4 days ago, they never formatted a computer ever. But as of today, they formatted 150 computers. Yes, that's what it's about. Now get out of here. Now, I gave laptops, I'm giving cell phones, I treat them really good. I love them. But that's the reality of it. Someone that has no understanding at all can be taught very simply how to be an effective worker in this IT industry. The mystery and the fear of the technology is what has held us back. But once you get past the fear and you realize that anyone can learn this, someone's making $7 an hour, in 4 months we can certify them an A+, and they're making $20 to $25 an hour. We've already done it. And then on top of that, STEM funding from the federal level is going through the roof. Okay, right now, most of these, I talked to Earl Graves Jr., who runs a magazine called Black Enterprise Magazine. And there was a summit in Baltimore called the Minority Business Summit. He said the only businesses that we're investing $1 in for minorities are STEM companies. Now, I have nothing against hair salons, barbershops, and cleaning companies. But the only thing they're dropping $1 in are STEM companies. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. All these corporations, Northrop and Drummond, they say we're giving out money for workforce development programs only for STEM programs. You can turn your schools into workforce development centers for your parents. You understand what I'm saying? Make that community school model.
Thank you all for coming. Welcome to Catherine's Closet. I'm not going to take much of your time, but I just want to give you an opportunity to understand what it is we do. Catherine's Closet is a nonprofit which was established to service the needs of those in the community that serve the community. By that I mean we partner with corporations. Corporations donate new unused product to us. We take the product, house it in beyond these walls. There's a 50,000 square foot warehouse. Those items are then broken down and given to centers, shelters, programs, schools across the country. Right? We're not just limited here, we actually send things out of the country. But our primary focus is supporting you and other programs that support those in need. If an individual were to knock at my door today here and need assistance, we would direct them to a program that provides those services. We in turn service the program. Our focus are the things that you normally don't ask for that you need. We do personal care items, toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, bar soap, lotion, laundry detergent. In the school system, we have school pantries in about, I want to say 14 schools now. We're trying to expand that. Those pantries are utilized to bring families in and parents in to support you in what you need them to do in the school to help you, either in a classroom, doing some administrative work in the office, or wherever you feel you might need them. The value to the parent is, one, you're helping them get more interactive with their children and learning and understanding what their children are doing. Two, they have the ability to go into your pantry and get toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, laundry detergent, high-ticket items that they ordinarily don't have the funds to do all the time. And these are items that people don't readily have because your first priority is food. So our purpose is to service that. For all you educators in the room, I have $13 million worth of educational material, new unused, in that warehouse. Okay? So, and that's from preschool to the 8th grade. I service all 2,800 sites of National Head Start across the country. It's one of the organizations that I'm key with, I started with. But the whole idea is to help you do the things that you need to do.
You know, getting a good job, it kind of doesn't mean what it used to mean before. Like, I think I have a sweet gig. I got a great job at Microsoft. They help me take care of my wife and my family and do all that. But even big companies like that, I have friends who were laid off not too long ago because the economy is what it is, you know? Nobody's immune to it. If we are able to be a little bit more in control of our own destinies, and empower kids to not be dependent on, you know, some company letting me keep my job this time or not being let go. I hate that term. Nobody, when they get let go, is asking to be gone. So, you know, but all that stuff happens, right? And I'm not saying don't, you know, steer kids towards trying to get good jobs and all that, but let's also educate them on these things are possible. If somebody asks for you guys' business card, if you don't have one, make one up right now. Because that skill that you learn with those computers right now, you can go and start your own business and start making money doing that right now. You live in a state that is very, very friendly to minority small businesses, particularly in the IT sector. That's the patch I work in. We struggle mightily looking for IT companies that have these certifications that we can go in and bring in as business partners with us. The opportunity is huge. So I am here, all this trying to tie it back together. I'm here because there is a business benefit from a Microsoft perspective, but I'm here because I care.
I'm Tony Randall, the Assistant Vice President for External Affairs, Verizon Maryland in DC. I manage a number of community relation programs and have an extensive background in information technology, 28 years. Now, some of you are going to try to guess my age. I started when I was 2. Okay. So I think as a representative of Verizon, I can truly speak about the digital divide and the importance of addressing it in not just one community, but communities throughout the city. And Digital All Systems is a company that's really doing the work.
I noticed a couple of my students at the reception table, and one of the students I've thrown out of my school plenty of times. And I mean, probably literally thrown him out plenty of times. And he's a smart kid, but you know, like a lot of our kids, just not motivated. About 2 weeks ago, Lance sent me an email saying that he wanted to talk to me about having a kid re-enroll. And he said, Corey Everidge. Now, Now, mind you, when I walked in the door and saw Corey, I've never seen Corey this neat, this clean. No, but I mean, Corey's he's a sprite kid, but I mean, it just goes to show what Lance, the impression and the mentoring that he's doing has impacted on Corey. So not only do they bring a program, but they bring men and women who care about kids. And as a result of that, you know, Corey will be back in the school if he chooses to do so. So I just want to thank Lance for working with a number of difficult kids like that. Corey, you want to say anything to the audience?